All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 6 of Laying in the Fairway. Today is Wednesday, May 24th, and let's get it.
Hey,
What's up, Cam?
Stu.
All right,
I'm
man.
doing great. I'm here at the beach.
Yeah, you look like you're in beach mode, full-on beach mode.
Yeah, got the PFT going today. Sunglasses
There you
on.
go. There you go. That's probably for the better.
Maybe I can make a Schrodinger's cat joke or something. Did
Oh,
Brooks
man.
Koepka really win the PGA if Tiger wasn't there?
Oh, man. Well, it looks like you're having a good time, bud. Just rolling right through Hicks versus Hacks into vacation, right?
Oh yeah, great combination. Yeah,
Good.
so last year I had back-to-back weddings, which was a little egregious coming into vacation. And well, when you vacation now is just start drinking at noon and chill, not like aggressive drinking, but it's tough coming into a vacation off back-to-back weddings. This year it was Hicks Hacks, not quite as bad, but just an
Yeah.
egregious day of moderation. But yeah, it's always tough coming down here. It's funny coming down to vacation as well. It's kind of perfect to come to the beach after an aggressive weekend. Get your
Yeah,
body right. Just
for
get back to
sure.
relaxing.
For
So
sure.
I mean,
Sweat
that's where I'm
everything
at.
out.
Yeah.
There you go. So, how was Hicks versus Hacks?
That's a good question. I love to have the answer for you, but I'm not quite sure how to answer that. Uh,
Uh,
uh, we did win our match, Sam and I. We played against
of
our buddies
course.
Mize and yeah, his friend Josh, who uh hits the ball like Rory McIlroy. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. Just has a high draw that just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and just fucking demolishes the ball. So that was pretty interesting to watch. Haven't met many people that drive the ball farther than me. Um, that's a little humble brag there.
I was gonna say that's definitely a
Yeah.
humble brag that
Yeah.
you called yourself on. Well, I was gonna ask who got the most banged up at Hicks versus Hacks, but it sounds like you might be in the running for that. So
Yeah, might have been. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, so we got there early to help set up, and what I mean by set up is set up the bar cart, and we just start getting after it. We teed off at 1, so we had a nice little warm up session. Um, so yeah, the day just kind of kept rolling from there. But that's how that tournament is. Sam came on and talked about it. It is a great cause. I think we're giving out a $5,000 scholarship this year, which
Ooh,
is pretty cool.
inflation kicked in for
Yeah,
this year.
inflation kicked in. We also gave out two $1,000 scholarships to other local families in need for various reasons. So we're giving out 7 grand just this week. Wrote the checks already, from what I heard, and those checks are already out. So the money's going straight back out, which is cool. A
That's
lot of
awesome.
these foundations kind of like build up a little fund there, and then eventually give it out. But you never know. But we're going straight back
Legit.
out, so pretty cool. But the tournament itself, of course, is just like one of those days where you're not really golfing. You're
Yeah.
you're kind of partying, and then you remember you're golfing, and then but also like it's just an amazing day, like raising money, golfing, drinking, hanging out with your boys, and it's kind of like like we mentioned before, it's just like an event where everyone comes back into Nokesville. There's like friends of friends of friends, but now we've been doing it so long that it's like everyone's like pretty close knit. There was some new guys this year, so my jokes I had some new blood to put to say
To-
my jokes, and they actually found it funny. I was like, "Oh, this is new. This is weird."
yeah. They're not sick and tired of it yet.
Yeah, I don't think I can say the jokes on the podcast,
Yeah,
but
we won't. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I've
yeah,
probably heard a few of them.
yeah. They're not your typical
Yeah,
just like dumb golf jokes, but
yeah.
they're still not appropriate for
That's all right.
for
That's all right. I'll
airways.
take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. So, I feel like through the years we've kind of grown up because I remember past Hicks versus Hacks. I mean, it's obviously always been just a full day, just getting after it. But like it'd be done and it'd be looking across the golf course like it's a war field that's just happened. There's like people without their shirts on, and then
Yeah.
you walk into the clubhouse to use the bathroom, and somebody's like smoking a cigarette inside the clubhouse, and you're just like, "Oh Lord, what happened here today?"
Yeah.
Well,
So we
I'll be up there next year for sure
yeah,
to
got to.
partake. Oh
We did
yeah,
have
oh
a
yeah.
we did have a sign up this year. What we should have done is had a microphone and let people like talk into it, see if we got any good clips. Probably not. I would
Yeah.
doubtful. Probably would have had about 3 seconds worth of clips that we could actually
Yeah.
play right before the punchline. But yeah, no, it was a great time. So we gave back to the community on this podcast,
There you
for the
go.
whole sign. Um, we did have some pretty good matches. I think Sam and I shot a 62, which I honestly I saw the score on the scorecard. I was like, there's no way we shot a 62. Like
Yeah.
the last few holes were a little blurry, but it was Prince William's captain's choice, and we were actually playing really well. Um, I think the guys we were playing against, well, besides Mize, his buddy Josh was like I said, really good. I think we had him in shock of how drunk we were, but how good of golf we were still playing.
It's a true
uh,
talent. I mean,
yeah.
that should be like an Olympic sport, drunken golf. And I mean,
Yeah.
if you can keep it together, drinking all day long, and I mean, it's like nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
think about
pretty
the people that
hilarious.
can't even. Some people we know can't play sober as good as we play drunk. Well, it
Yeah.
sounds like it
So
was a blast out there.
yeah, it was a funny day. We had one guy who had a bag of marshmallows and was laying them all over the course. So you'd literally be driving up, and this is just like
That's
this is
brutal.
how old we're getting, where this is a funny joke now. Putting marshmallows on the course, and you drive up, you think that's the ball. You're like, oh, is that? Oh, it's a fucking marshmallow again. Damn it! Like, who the
That's
fuck did
so
this?
mean. I would be so mad about that. I would be
I'm like,
so
oh, you
mad.
saw this on Instagram, cool, buddy. Like, it was hilarious,
What an
but
asshole.
yeah, it was funny. Uh, uh, yeah, everyone just came in where like the ceremony, like the trophy ceremony and stuff, where it was like, who the fuck had marshmallows? Like, it was pretty hilarious. What else happened? I don't know, just like a great day. Just everybody was
Good.
just vibing, great time. I think we raised like 3 grand just that day, just off like mulligans, the par three challenge stuff. Like so, it was pretty cool. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice.
It was
Awesome,
a
man.
great day,
Awesome.
great day, great tournament.
Yeah.
Got the scholarships going out, so yeah.
Good. Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I bet the day was great. The drive to the beach the next morning, not so great.
No,
Brutal.
absolutely not.
Two young
Yeah.
kids in the car. Your head's just pounding.
Yeah. Yeah,
I couldn't
not the
imagine.
best,
I
but
couldn't imagine. But you're
I knew
there
where the
now. You're
destination
sweating it
was.
out. So
Yeah,
there you go.
well, I knew the destination was the beach, so it was like, all right, we're fine.
Yeah.
It's
Power
not,
through. Power
yeah,
through. Sweet. You got
yeah.
your clubs at the beach?
I did jammed them in, so I
We
wasn't
have to
necessarily
make them fit.
supposed to bring them, but I jammed them in there. I was like, first thing I tried to sneak them in there, like first things in the back of the car, and I like filled up the trunk, jammed the thing, the door down, and my wife comes out. She's like, "You're not done yet, are you?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "We still have all this." I walk inside. There's still like 8 more bags. I'm like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "Well, what'd you put in there?" That I was like, "My golf clubs." She's like, "Oh, take them out. You don't need those." I'm like, "I'll figure out a way." So I just like fucking Jimmy rigged everything and like figured it out. Shoved the clubs in there. Shoved the stroller in there and like almost broke it, but I heard a few snaps, but it still worked. So yeah, brought the clubs down.
There you go.
Was gonna play today. I think we're gonna play tomorrow instead. We kind of got a little lazy this morning. But
It's
yeah, I
all
think we're
right.
gonna play tomorrow. I might do the Mulligan Challenge tomorrow.
There you go.
And then I wanted to do it this morning so we'd have some shit talking to do on the podcast here, figuring I'd shoot 65 with 5 mulligans. But I'll probably just play tomorrow and do it and shoot 85 instead.
Perfect. There you go. Yeah, it's shoving golf clubs in for vacation. You're like, all right, I gotta make this work somehow. I've put them in the floorboard, like underneath the kids' feet. I'm like, they fit, because I was
Yeah.
scared I was gonna break them, shoving like all our bags and stuff on top of them. But
Yeah.
whatever you gotta do to make it work, right, man?
Oh yeah. And honestly,
Sweet.
it's like I'm not like pressed on playing, but I just need the clubs here to know that I can play.
It's a
It's
it's a
almost like an
comfort thing.
anxiety thing, comfort thing. Yeah, you just need them. Gotta have them.
Yeah. It's like kids with their blankets. It's grown married men with their golf clubs. Like,
Yeah.
I need this. Sweet. Well, we had a big golf weekend other than Hicks vs. Hacks with the PGA. It was fucking sweet, man. I mean, that was a great golf tournament. I
Yeah.
was so locked in all weekend. Like, every day was awesome. It was a great leaderboard. I'm not sure how much you were able to watch with Hicks Hacks driving to the beach and all that, but it was sweet, man.
Yeah, it was really awesome. I did catch quite a bit of it. Watched pretty much the whole round Sunday. We left for the beach early, so we got here right as the leaders were teeing off.
Nice.
So yeah, watched Sunday. Saturday just kind of kept up on my phone and kind of exacts. But yeah, it was an amazing tournament. Obviously catch Thursday, Friday. Saw kind of Michael Block shoot even Thursday, Friday, and I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. Yeah, he made the cut. We'll see how he does on the weekends. And then Saturday shoots even again. And I'm like, God, this guy's insane. And then Sunday I was kind of going along. I saw he was +2 and was like, oh, all right, he's still in there, hanging in. That's pretty cool. Be really sweet if he could get back to even par. Like, how cool would that be to shoot even par 4 days in a row, or at least close to it. Next thing you know, I'm like sitting there on the couch, kind of humming around. Boom, hole in one. I thought it was like
electric,
not real. I was like, that wasn't. Does that real? Am I dreaming? I'm at the beach. Like, things are weird. There's, who knows what's going on, but like that actually happened.
I think his tournament gives credence to our 5 mulligan challenge. I mean, he's just a regular old guy. He said he hits 1 bucket of balls a week, and he's 46 years old. I mean, if he could do it, why can't we?
I kind of agree. Yeah, because you have 5 extra shots each round.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Like, obviously he was fucking awesome.
Oh, he was on fire.
Well, he looked at his swing and like didn't hit the ball far. Just had like a hanky janky swing. Just like us. Like,
he's
hey,
a money putter though.
Play your swing. Oh, his short game was unbelievable, dude. He had so many up and downs. I feel like he clearly wasn't hitting the ball well, especially Sunday. He wasn't hitting the ball well. Had so many up and downs, like short sided, down like 30 yards straight up the hill, would land it like just in the fringe and bounce up and make the putt. Like it was unreal. It was cool as shit.
It was pretty crazy that we haven't even talked about the winner yet. Like, a live guy won, but the story was
Brooks,
Michael. Yeah, the story was Michael Block though. Like, everything happened right for like controversy, quote unquote, because the live guy came in and won a major. But the story was a guy that's not even on tour. It was crazy. That was nuts.
It just goes to show you, like, no one really gives a fuck about live.
Oh yeah.
Like, the narrative, it was kind of cool, drama at first. It's like, oh, live, this other tour is gonna. Now it's just like, no one cares.
Yeah, like, it just is what it is. We'll see them 4 times a year.
Yeah,
and I mean, if you watch them, you watch them. I don't know. I'll probably check it out some this weekend. But Charles Schwab Challenge has what's a stupid name for a term? Charles Schwab Challenge has a pretty good feel.
It is a challenge to save for retirement.
I know, right?
Yeah, if you get your money in Charles Schwab, it's a challenge to keep it. You ever see that South Park episode where, oh, you guys want to invest some money? Okay, let me put it in here, and it's gone. That's why it's a challenge, dude. Charles Schwab, put your money in here. Your deposit may not be alive. Well, fuck it, and it's gone.
But Brooks won. I loved it, obviously, because I picked Brooks. In fantasy, I picked him on the pod, and I guess I'm against everybody. I like Brooks. I still like Brooks. Everybody hates the motherfucker. I like him. Don't care. He's been getting after it for, it looks like 48 straight hours ever since he won now, because his eyes are bulging out of his head and he's drinking a billion beers on camera. So hey, good for him. Good for
Yeah.
him.
I will
But he
say
was he was money, man.
this win has brought him back to like, okay, maybe he's not that
Oh
bad.
yeah.
Maybe he just looked weird on full swing. He was clearly like a little depressed, that makes
Yeah.
people act weird. Um, yeah,
He was awesome. Every
yeah,
bogey, every misstep he had, he just followed up with a birdie and was just like, all right, I'm back. Whatever. I'm not going away with this.
yep.
So I don't know. It was sweet. The leaderboard was awesome all weekend. The only thing missing from it was Rom. He played like shit, and then he hit Boom Mike with his golf club after a terrible chip shot and destroyed a mic next to the green, and then hit another one with his driver after a terrible drive like the next hole. So that was the only thing missing, but at least they caught that on camera with him.
Yeah,
Wow.
Scheffler's just not a good closer, What did he
He
shoot
he
four or
tried
five
to,
under?
yeah.
If he was a real closer, he would have shot 8 under.
Well,
You just can't
yeah.
make those 4-foot putts. I don't know what's going on.
He tried to make a run there. Wait, he finished
I,
second, right?
I know that was sarcasm.
It's
Um,
you making fun of me for calling Scheffler out. And God, I hate Scheffler. He's probably gonna win this weekend too.
I will
I'm sick of
say,
him.
so I kind of, I agreed with you a little bit about the Schefter stuff. Is like, all right, yeah, he's like so good at. He was kind of, almost a little like people forget when Tiger was at his peak. You kind of had that too. You were like, all right, dude, come on, Tiger, every week you're winning,
Somebody else has
you
to
know.
win.
And you kind of felt that way with Scheffler's, like he's too good. So I agree with you a little bit, for sure on that take. But
Yeah.
this Sunday it was much cooler seeing him coming back as the chaser. So
Mhm.
I was
That was
like,
yeah,
he
that wasn't
started
bad.
birdieing every hole, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go Scheffler, come on. That it was much cooler. It's much cooler when they're the chaser versus when they're up like 4 or 5, and it's like clear this guy's just playing lights out above and beyond everybody else. But as a chaser, when you're starting six back, you start birdie, and it's like, okay, that's pretty fun. So I was kind of rooting for Scheffler there at the end. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool. And he hit the pit right after Michael Block hit that hole in one. The broadcast went to Scheffler, and they were like, "We just told Scheffler Block hit a hole in one." He goes, "No way, this is insane." And then he hit the sand shot and fucking hit the pin, almost eagled it, and that would have brought him within one. That would have kind of changed the day a little bit. But he hit the pin, bounced out, had the birdie still, but then I think Brooks hit the birdie off the fringe right after that, and it was kind of over
Yeah.
after that. And then
And
your
then
boy
Hovland
Hovland,
plugs the ball.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was wild. I couldn't. I watched the whole thing. I saw the replays. I still couldn't see where the ball was going on the replays. I was like, how did that went and just went straight in? I was like, how did that even happen? Like, it didn't look
Yeah.
like he missed it that bad. Like, it looked like he got some
Probably
sand
just a
under the
little
ball
thin.
and he just clearly hit it thin, but
Yeah.
he still had sand come up. I was like, how is that thin? Just straight into the bank. I mean, couldn't have had a
Yeah.
worse mistake. Lost by 2. That was a double. I mean, realistically, from that bunker, that's a bogey. So I don't think he should be worried about not winning. Like, I think he was
Yeah.
still going to lose, just the way Brooks came down the stretch. But yeah, what a dagger for
That course was a
Hovland.
monster though. Like
Or as
all the fairway bunkers, and so
yeah,
many guys were
yeah, it
getting into
really
so
was.
much trouble in those fairway bunkers. So I
Yeah.
you were saying over
Well,
the weekend, like there's like they almost tried to make it a US Open
yeah.
course. Like
Oh yeah. That's all I could think about. And like just moving it back to May.
yeah.
They played some courses like last year. The weather was all shitty too. Like when JT won,
Hmm.
I forget where that was. Was that Ohio somewhere?
Yeah, it was
I'm blanking
Southern
for some reason.
Hills.
Yeah,
Southern Hills.
yeah. So
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Okay, yeah, way
Yeah.
off. Oh,
Ohio,
oh,
Oklahoma.
State. Well,
two
same thing.
shitty states that nobody
Yes.
cares about.
Unless we have listeners from there, then it's great. But doubtful because they don't have internet. There's only two
Man.
people in Ohio that can afford internet: Dan Gilbert and LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be really funny cutting this out. And I'm gonna leave this part in that says we just cut that out.
Yeah, let's cut some funny shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. Take your imagination to its wildest places, listeners. All right. I'm back. All right. Anything else on the PGA Championship?
JT sucks.
He does.
Rory
He's awful
sucks.
this year. What? I mean, he's been
Actually,
terrible
Rory
this
played
year.
pretty well. JT, what's going
He
on?
came
I don't
back.
get
Rory
it.
played awful on. He had an
Uh,
awful start Thursday, but came back. But
Yeah, he came
JT
back. Yeah, Rory played pretty good. JT, I don't know what happened. Him and Spieth blew it. I guess Spieth's wrist was actually bothering him. I picked him. Destiny did not happen this year. I don't think we finished our U.S. Open thought, by the way.
how they just made the course.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, like so. I mean, Spieth won a U.S. Open, and so I don't know why he played so bad. His wrist must have been bothering him.
Must
JT,
not be that bad. He's playing. He's playing this week. So who knows? I don't
yeah,
know.
okay,
Yeah.
I don't know. He had that funny moment on Instagram where he hit the bad iron shot and he's just yelled at himself like, "God damn, could I hit one iron?" And it's like,
there were a lot of hot
been
mics.
there a
There were
million
a
times,
lot of
dude.
hot mics.
Yeah. Rory
I don't
called
know
himself
who.
a fucking pussy.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy.
Yeah.
So hey, that's all right. It makes for
They're doing
entertainment
that
on the
on
back
purpose for
end.
sure. They're
Oh
doing that for the
yeah.
Instagram crowd, I guess. Like, I mean, how do you
I
have that
mean,
many hot mics and not be on purpose?
I don't know. But hey, makes for good clips. So
Yeah.
gives us something to talk about. Oh, well, this week coming up, we got Charles Schwab Challenge. It's actually a pretty good field, which is surprising because coming off a major, and then next week's another elevated event with the Memorial. But there's a ton of people playing in it. Like, so we got Scheffler's playing, Finau, Spieth, Hovland, Homa, Morikawa, Sung J M, Sam Burns, Fleetwood. Like, there's huge names in this. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's Charles Schwab. A bunch of guys are like sponsored by him, so they have to show up. Maybe I don't know, but it's a sweet field. So I'm definitely going to be locked in on it again. It's Memorial Day weekend, so got a long weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it must be. Well, we're getting into the real golf season now.
True.
End of
True.
May. Well, we've had two majors already, but we're getting into the full swing. So maybe they're trying to gear up U.S. Open, the Open coming up.
Yeah.
FedEx Cup, all that good stuff.
Mhm.
So they're probably trying to get the points.
Ryder Cup points.
Yeah,
Dude, I was looking at
now
the
it's
points
crunch
list for
time.
Ryder Cup points, and we were talking about Scheffler and how good he's been. So he has like, I hope I don't botch this, but from what I saw, he has 17,000 Ryder Cup points right now. He's in first place for the U.S. And the next closest person has like 7,000. I mean, it's crazy.
Is it Brooks Koepka?
No, it's Homa. Speaking of
Did
Brooks,
Brooks get points for the Ryder Cup for this
he
win?
got points. Yeah, he got points. He's up to like, I don't remember what he's up to. But speaking of that, so how crazy he's been with the Masters and the PGA. He's won $4.6 million. If they would put him on the money list, he'd be in 18th place. Behind Sung J
In
M,
two
who has
tournaments.
played Sung J M's played 18 events and is at like 4.8 million. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
He called his shot though. He called his shot.
Yeah.
Because they asked him about the Ryder Cup. And
And that
he
was,
said, if I go
yeah.
second, first in all these majors, they can't deny me. So
yeah, and I was like, there's the douchebag Brooks I know. I'm like,
yeah,
this is why I don't like this guy.
Yeah. No, that's why I do like him.
That's his shtick that gets him going. I mean, he's got a monkey on his back from that. It's like, well, I guess I'm going to do this. I did see he came back on Pardon My Take. So
Oh
he got
yeah,
that bump too. So, but yeah, you can tell he's got his kind of like, I mean,
he's got a swagger
it
back. He's got like a
borderline like cocky, douchey, like swag back. Yeah.
yeah.
But you kind of
That's
appreciate
good.
it when you win. It's not douchey when you win. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
you gotta like it.
exactly.
So,
Yep.
and then when you go out and rage for 48 hours and go to the Panthers game with your eyes wide open, I mean,
And he's going to the
that's
Heat
pretty funny
game.
too.
He's going to the Heat game tonight. Tonight that we're recording, not tonight on the podcast, but or when it airs. But yeah, he's going to the Heat game tonight, and then he's taking a private jet to DC to go play the Live event. Which
Nice,
who
nice.
knows? He's been in Miami, probably doing
He
God
might
knows
have
what for 3 straight days. He might
yeah.
not have slept at all since he's won the tournament. Just gonna show up at
Yeah.
Trump National with sunglasses on and
It's
looking
too
like you
bad they
right
can't
now.
get cut.
He's gonna be looking like you right now at Trump, like, all right, I'm here.
Yeah, he's gonna
Where's
be
the
wishing
first
they had a
tee?
cut.
Yeah,
At least he only has to play 3 rounds, I guess. But like,
yeah.
honestly, golf is a great hangover cure. So it might be the perfect thing just
Yeah.
to go out.
Sweat it
You know
out.
he's getting paid. Sort it out. Put a couple dips in. Uh, you know, get a hot dog at
You're
the
good to
turn.
go.
You're good to
Yeah.
go.
Every time. Every time. All right, man. Well, you ready to make some picks? You got a pick ready for us?
Yeah, I got a pick.
You
So
went
I'm
first
kind of
last time, and I hit, so I'm gonna let you go first again this time.
yeah, yeah. It's funny. Some guys were at Hicks Hacks. They saw the Fairway Pod sign, and they're asking about it. And I guess someone told them I was, on the podcast or whatever. They're like, "Oh, you do picks? Like, do you have like good picks?" I was like, "No."
No.
You should listen, but don't follow my
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a pick. I'm 1-4, Stu. Not the best record, but since we're picking winners, I'll take 25%,
Sure.
20%, 20%, not 25. Uh Not ideal. But we're 1-4, and we're gonna come back to the winners because we need the high percentage to get us back on our units. And we're going back to the do theory, back to a guy who's destined to win at some point.
Okay.
What better week than off a major? And people's kind of coming down. You just need the guy. He played okay, I guess. He's been playing okay, I guess. But it's time for him to fucking take it to the next level, get a win. Tommy Fleetwood plus 3,000.
Tommy.
Tommy,
Nice. I like it. He needs
you
the
know what
Ryder
his
Cup
problem
points, I'm
is?
sure.
He needs the Ryder Cup points, but he's been shaving his beard. Gotta get the beard back
Yeah.
out, the hair a little longer. Keeps cutting it. He's still
Yeah.
got the flow. Grow it all out.
That's what
Get the
I'm going.
Tommy Fleetwood
I'm
back.
going for some Tommy hair, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Get it
trying. I'm
fully
trying.
back, Fleetwood. He's so due.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won on the DP World Tour a bunch, or bunch at least a couple times. But
Sure.
just playing. He's been playing well for years. Been very close. Been very
He's
close in
solid.
majors. Just very solid. Due for a win.
There you go.
Just put it together, Tommy.
There you go. Well, I'm going with somebody from DP World Tour too, man. Because after his top 25 at the PGA, the Kiwi New Zealander Ryan Fox gets a tour card the rest of the year, which is pretty sweet. Good for him.
Wow.
I think he's going to take advantage of it, show up. I mean, he was awesome on DP World Tour last year. He finished second to Rory McIlroy on the Order of Merit list and was named like European Golfer of the Year or European Tour Golfer of the Year, some shit like that. I don't know. Whatever awards they have over there. But he
Whatever those
killed it
fancy
last
boys
year.
have.
Yeah, he's kind of looks like a slob. He looks like he would golf with a towel hanging out of his back waistband or something. He's definitely a slob. But I've got him. I think he's going to get top 10 this week. It's plus 700. I mean, why not? He played well at the Masters. He finished 26th, had a top 25 at the PGA. Plays good on American soil, apparently. Who knows? But I think he's going to do well. try to keep his card or earn his card for next year. What do you think?
I love it. And I'm starting to think,
Good.
so your record's a little better than mine, so the strategy's probably put a unit on Stu, put like a quarter unit on me for the extra plus. There you
Yeah.
go. It's gonna be a
And you're gonna
money
make some
maker.
money. Yeah, you're gonna make some money every time. Not every week, but at the end of the day, you're gonna make money. And if you don't,
Yes.
it's not our fault.
Sorry. Yeah.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Virginia. All right, man. Well, you got anything else, man? Or are you just gonna hit the golf course tomorrow? Maybe do a 5 mulligan challenge.
Yeah,
Who knows?
we'll see. We'll do the five
You're on
mulligan
beach
challenge
time.
maybe. I don't know. Might shoot 75. Well, five mulligans, bring me down to 65. Who knows? Might do
Maybe.
it. Might shoot
All right, man.
85. I don't know.
Well, enjoy the beach. Get that nice beach golf. Get the sand between your toes and drink in your hand, bud.
There we go, Stewie.
All right, man. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening. Reminder to subscribe, rate, all that good stuff. Follow us on our socials at Fairway Pod on Twitter, at Laying in the Fairway Pod on Instagram. Check out our new YouTube page. Just search Laying in the Fairway Podcast. You'll find us. We're going to start putting out some content. Your boy's working on his editing game, so maybe we'll have some reels and shorts and shit like that for y'all. But I want to thank everybody for listening. See y'all next week.
See y'all.